us in here who are under $1 million, we wear many hats. We got HR hat, admin hat, marketing hat, sales hat, finance hat, operations hat. Tell me who has not been in this position. All right, so we got all these hats. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to help everyone to understand how to distribute these hats. Our biggest two hats that most of us at this size have is sales and operations. Somebody's got to bring the money in, somebody's got to go make it work. Here's where I think the meat and gravy of this will come from most of us. And I'll go back to if you know, I've always talked about this thing under $1 million, is most of us, if we paid our first, again, I'm speaking to me, I was a Burger King manager. The most money I made at Burger King at the time was about $33,000 a year, and I was a general manager. So mind you now, I got a company that, I remember I got my first kind of 10,000. I remember getting my first 200,000. Man, I remember getting 400,000. Couldn't tell me nothing. Oh man, couldn't tell me nothing. What? I had the latest and greatest when I went. Here's where one of the biggest characters for most of you, hopefully you get this, is what are your strengths and what are you willing to sacrifice? If most of us, for me, if I only made 30-some thousand, I said I was living. I was living. But I made more money and I spent more money. What you guys gotta realize is that your growth is gonna come in, who you're gonna pay for, that's outside of your strength at this level. These are your two biggest hats. Who's a big salesperson here? All right? Who's big operations? Everybody else. All right. What I would say to that is this, that's your strength and that's your go-to and you like that, own it. But to grow your business, you now have to invest in someone that is going to do the other thing. Where most of us get stuck is if we had somebody who had to pay, let's just say 60 grand, everybody's market's different. Where the DMV may be a little bit more expensive. But let's just use an example, I had to pay a $60,000 salary for whatever that is. Most of us get 60,000 in our mind and we're stuck. So we're going, man, how am I paying for that? And you just making 30-some thousand, Jay. Now you're making 400,000. There's 60,000 there. The sacrifice is going to be, if I can't tell you more, it's the sacrifice.